The dispatcher said she had just gotten a frantic call. Someone had been shot and another had been stabbed.
Jackie Jackson and his girlfriend, Lindsay Cassinger, had been sleeping in the basement that night when they heard the commotion upstairs. Jackie then heard Josh yelling for help. According to Jackie, he told Lindsay to go run over to the neighbor's house before he headed upstairs with a loaded 12-gauge shotgun. Once he got up there, he immediately saw two men in black clothing and ski masks. One of the masked men was stabbing Josh Bennett in the chest and abdomen. Jackie then struck one of the intruders in the face. One of the men then tried to pepper spray Jackie, but it had no effect on him. The other intruder grabbed the shotgun barrel that he was holding and tried to wrestle the gun away from him. And then Jackie pulled the trigger and shot the intruder in the abdomen. He then dropped the gun in a panic and began wrestling the other intruder, who was wielding a knife. During this commotion, Jackie had gotten a hold of the knife and then stabbed the man in his right inner thigh before throwing him down a few basement stairs. This intruder then fled the home while the other remained on the floor, bleeding out from the shotgun wound. Meanwhile, Lindsay had run over to the neighbor's house and they called 911. The neighbor witnessed the one intruder fleeing the home and into the cornfield nearby, but they lost sight of him. Knowing that one intruder was still on the loose, Sheriff's Deputy Robert Blythe had his guys call every single hospital in the area, and they told them all to be on the lookout for a man with a knife wound to his inner right thigh. Once paramedics arrived at the home, Jacqueline and the intruder were still alive, but they were in critical condition. 20-year-old Joshua unfortunately died from blood loss from a stab wound to his heart. Back at the house after the attacks, Jacqueline and the unidentified attacker were placed in separate ambulances and were driven to the local hospital. Moments before the man slipped into a coma, he actually identified himself as 29-year-old David A. Lindner. When they asked who his partner was, all he said was Ricky. And when Sergeant Hemby pressed him on the situation, David claimed that the woman they attacked in the home had placed a HEX on them, so they had to kill her. The man then fell into a coma soon after giving the statement to police.